So we're right here, turning in the Playblasting. So the first thing we want to do is we want to combine it and merge it. But before we do that, we need to kind of flatten that cut, okay? So I'm going to exaggerate this because as you're modeling and as you're extruding and as you're doing all sorts of stuff, chances are you don't have a perfectly flat, hollow edge, okay? So probably stuff is going one way or the other, okay? So what you want to do is you want to select all the vertices along the edge. So I'm going to click on one vertex, hold the shift key, double click the one right next to it, and I get the entire ring of vertices, like so. It's amazing, okay? Now in the lower left-hand corner, down over here, right? That's where I want to type in the Konami code. The Konami code is move space -x space -a space 0 semicolon. It's a computer language code, so you got to be very specific. Move space -x space -a space 0, and I'm going to move that down here at the bottom. I'll pull that, you can still see it. All right. So select one vertex, shift select the other vertex. I get all of them. I type in move space -x space -a space 0 semicolon, enter. And you'll see, once I hit enter, you'll see this thing jump right back to the middle. Oops, I messed up. Whoopsie daisy. What did I do? So if your origin, if you're using the X origin to split it, you're going to do -x. Mr. G used the Z origin. So if you see what just happened there, move, did everyone see that issue? Move space -x space -a space 0 semicolon. Oops. Did I hit Z the last time? What did I hit Z the last time, didn't I? Move space -z space -a space 0 semicolon. Right? It closed everything on the Z axis, which is why it went like that. So you can actually change this code depending on which axis you use. So I just had a typo. Move space -x space -a space 0 semicolon. Boom. Now it's perfectly flat. All right. It's perfectly flat along the origin. I am all set to go. Easy way. Easy way, select it as an object, go to mesh, go to mirror, hit options. You're mirroring along the X axis if move -x worked. If I had to type in move -z, I'm mirroring along the Z axis. So moving along the X axis and I hit mirror. And now I have a complete stitched together Razor Crest. All right, sorry. If for some reason mirror doesn't work, right? The other way to do this is you go to edit, duplicate special options. For some reason, every once in a while, mirror goes haywire. So the other way to do is edit, duplicate special options. And I'm going to go to scale. And the first one, if it's X, I make the first one -x. If it's for some reason Z, I make the Z column or the third one -1 instead. I hit duplicate special. And now I have two halves. They're separate pieces. So I gotta select both of them and I gotta hit mesh combine. It's still not done because I have vertexes on top of one another, right? So what I want to do is I want to select as an object and I want to do one last step here called mesh, edit mesh, merge. And now it's all one piece. Okay. However, this is only if mirroring doesn't work. If mirror works, just use mirror. Right? So I've got object mode, click it. I go to mesh, I go to mirror. And now I have one piece. I don't need to do merge. I don't need to do anything. I am set. All right, turning it in. The last step to turning it in is that you have to play blast it. So you want to spin it twice over 5 seconds. So we're already set to 120. That's the default. So you should be good. The other thing you might want to do before turning it in is I am instantly comparing this model to this picture. Get rid of that picture. When you get rid of your image planes, you'll already dramatically improve how your thing looks. I still got to fix that windshield. I'm still not happy with my windshield, but I'm going to turn it in. So I'm going to go to frame number 1, and I'm going to press S. I go all the way over to the right, frame number 2. I could use the channel box and type in 720, or I could spin it once, spin it twice, and I press S. And it's okay if you overlap it or not. It doesn't have to be exactly 720, but there we go. Again, it's going to be up to you if you want to have, some people like the way it looks with it selected. Some people like the way it looks without it selected. I think this looks better without it selected. It kind of shows you less of how it got made, kind of hides some of my mistakes. All right. And so now I'm going to play blast this. So I'm going to right click on my play button. I'm going to hit play blast options. And here's where people mess up. I want to make sure my encoding is H.264. I want to make sure that down below here, I check on save to file, and people start renaming it right here. You have to hit browse. And sometimes your window is so tiny. I know you're all on laptop, so it makes it worse, right? So pull down this window or scroll down so you see browse, and then go to your desktop, and you're going to call it _creative obj, create obj, because just like the 3D animators with their abbreviations, I like to abbreviate create obj for creative object and then your last name. Save, play blast, and that's what you turn in. Make sure it's nice and close. Make sure I can see it all. Like, don't play blast something that's really far away. I get that every once in a while. Get it nice and close so I can just see it in detail. So I'm going to do another one. Let's see, is that in shot? Everything's in shot? Good. Going to do a little more in the middle, and then right click play blast options. I'm just going to replace it. And boom, there's I've replaced it, and now I have this. This is what I'm going to turn into Canvas. Okay. Real quickly in Canvas, I'm going to go to student view real quick and just show you how to do this part, just to give you a reminder. Student view. The project of the assignment is called Creative 3D Model. I'm going to hit Submit Assignment. File Upload, I hit Choose. And then I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to go to, let's sort by date modified. Go all the way up, there it is, boop. Hit Open, and hit Submit. Now, this will take some time. This will take anywhere from a minute, depending on your internet speed. This might take 10 minutes. If for some reason Canvas breaks the connection, you can always try doing a media upload or try doing a Google Drive upload. So you can upload it to Google Drive and then link it. You can also upload it to YouTube and paste the URL. I'll take any way possible. When it is green, it will give me the spin. I can also add a comment, be like, I kind of messed up at this point. Please, people try to, you don't have to beg, you don't have to apologize for anything. But if you gave me like 2 versions, you can maybe let me know. You can always resubmit. If you notice you messed up, like something was selected after you can always hit resubmit. I'll see the latest version on top. Okay. So I imagine some of you are ready to turn it in. And I imagine I'm going to stop sharing in a second. I imagine some of you are ready to turn it in. And I imagine some of you are needing some time to model. So I've made this due Thursday night. And you can always turn in late work. Okay, let me stop this.